Good afternoon, students. So far in last class, we have to complete the association analysis. What are the basic concepts and what are the algorithms you have to use in the association analysis? Mainly in the association analysis, we have to discuss with that frequent item set generation. Mainly, what are the frequent item set generations algorithms you have to use in the association analysis? You have to use the two types of frequency item set algorithms you have to use. One is the a priori algorithm and the second one is the FE growth algorithm. So how to define the a priori algorithm and how to, along with the example, we have to discuss in so far, as well as we have to complete the FE growth algorithm, frequent patterns growth algorithm. In the frequent patterns growth algorithm, you have to discuss with that frequent patterns T representation. Then after you have to discuss with that these two algorithms. Now in today class, we have to discuss with that association analysis is advanced concepts. That is, you have to discuss with that handling the continuous attributes and categorizable attributes. How these attributes you have to discuss it in the advanced concepts. See here, that is the table shows that is see here, that is the how to handling the categorizable attributes. The association rule mining formulation we have to discuss in last classes. Now in today class, this is the we have to discuss with that the presence of an item in a transaction is also assumed to be more important than its absence. As a result, the item is treated as an asymmetric binary attribute. Only frequent patterns are considered for the interesting. Here, in this association analysis, advanced concepts mainly extend the formulation of the data sets with the symmetric binary, categorizable, and continuous attributes. So the formulation will be also be extended to incorporate more complex entities such as sequence and graphs. So here we can discuss with that The overall structure of the association analysis algorithms remains unchanged, and certain aspects of the algorithm must be modified to handle the non-traditional entities. So here, first one, you have to discuss with that how to handling the categorical attributes. In the categorical attributes, mainly you have to represent as here, that is the table which shows how to apply the association analysis to the non-asymmetric binary variables. So first of all, how to handling these categorical attributes and how to handling the continuous attributes. So here we can discuss it. For example, there are many applications that contain the symmetric binary and nominal attributes. So in the first, in the second unit, we have to discuss with the nominal attributes. So that nominal attributes we have to consider here. We have to discuss with their symmetric binary and nominal attributes. Generally, this table we have to represent the internet survey data of contains the symmetric binary attributes such as the gender. Gender we have to represent it here, and computer at home, computer at home, chart online, shop online, privacy concerns, as well as the nominal attributes such as the level of education, state. Here, you have the two types of attributes are there. One is the symmetric binary attributes like gender, computer at home, chart online, shop online, privacy concerns. These are the symmetric binary attributes, and the nominal attributes level of education and state. So level of education and state we have to represent it here. These are the simply you call it as nominal attributes. Using association analysis we can may uncovered interesting information about the characteristics of the internet, such as shop online. If yes, privacy concerns. If yes, so both you have to concern here. This rule suggests the most internet users who shop the online are concerned about their personal privacy also. Who are the people they have to doing the shopping online? Those people are needed the security. That is the privacy concerns. That is the so whenever who are the people who have to purchasing particular products through online, that time they have to using the online transactions. Whenever you have to using the online transactions, automatically you need the privacy concerns. That is the simply you can say that yes. So shop online, if yes, automatically you can get the privacy concern is also yes. So this rule mainly you have to represent it here for the personal privacy. This table you have to represent it as internet survey data with the categorizable attributes.
తీసుకోక క్లాసెస్ లేవురా ఇక్కడ అని తీసుకెళ్ళిపోయా.
Internet data survey data in categorizable attributes. In the categorizable attributes, see here in detail that is how to apply these categorizable attributes. I want to give this data. Female level of education. This is the categorizable attributes. How to handling these categorizable attributes. So here we have to see. This is the gender, level of education, state, and computer at home, chart online, chart online, as well as online auction, online banking, privacy concerns. That all information you have to represent it here. In this level of education is generally you have to represent it as graduate. Online banking is as, privacy concerns is S. To extract each such patterns of the categorizable and symmetric binary attributes and transform it into items first, so that the existing association rule mining algorithms can be applied. So here in this type of transaction, transformation can be performed by creating a new item for each distinct attribute value pair. Example, nominal attributes is level of education and state. So already remaining all attributes are represented as simply you can call it as a categorizing attributes. And which attributes have to represent? These are the only these are the two attributes. Level of education and state are the categorizing attributes. The remaining all are symmetric binary attributes. Okay. So level of education can be replaced by the three binary items like education, education college, education graduate, education high school. So here level of education, only three parts you have to represent it: graduate, college, graduate, college, graduate, college, college, high school, graduate. So here the level of education is simply concerned. Education is equal to level of education, that is the education is equal to one is the college and second one is the graduate and third one is the high school. So that is the level of education. And symmetric binary attributes like gender, you have to represent it as in pair of two items only, either male or female, either yes or no. You have to concern these data. For example, you have to see here in gender, we have to particular attribute we have to consider, that is the symmetric binary attribute. Gender either female or male, only either true or false. Generally, we have to call. And the second one, level of education, we have the three concerns. That is the education is a graduate or college or high school. That is simply you can have the three types of data are there. So that is the level of education. We simply call it as categorizal attribute. This one, that is the level of education. State is also different state names are there: Illinois, California, Michigan, Virginia, California, Minnesota, Alaska, Oregon, Texas. So different states are there. So this type of attribute is called categorizal attribute. And the computer at home. So here either yes or no. So this is the concerned as a binary symmetric binary attribute. And online action. So online action you have to perform or yes or no. That is the symmetric binary attribute. Short online, daily, never, monthly, never. So this is the categorized attribute. Okay. Online banking. So either yes or no. This is the symmetric binary attribute. And similar way, privacy concern. If yes or no, that is the simply you can say that symmetric binary attribute. So this is based on that data you can represent either symmetric binary attributes or categorizal attributes. That is the survey of data you have to consider the categorizal attributes and as well as with the binary attributes. So here categorizal attributes you have to represent it as yes or no. But whenever you have to represent this data into these symmetric binary concerns, how we can represent the symmetric binary concerns? See here, I want to show it here. See here, this is the, I want to show these symmetric binary attributes. See here. This is the handling the categorized attributes. So already I want to show the categorized attributes in if yes or no, but I want to see this same data. I want to represent it in symmetric binary attributes. That is the internet survey data of binarizing the categorized and symmetric binary attributes. We have to represent the either male or female. Male is represented as 0 and female is represented as 1. And here I want to see here in previous case, gender equal to first record it represented as female. So now male is represented as 0, female is represented as 1. So why? Because gender is a female. We have to represent it as 1. And the level of education, that is the education is graduate, we have to consider as 1. And education is equal to, so categorical attributes also you can represent it with the symmetric binary attributes. So the entire I want to represent it as total entire data. I want to convert it into symmetric attributes. Like first one is the gender. We have to represent it as only 2. That is the male or female. So that is the which one is the male? If a male is active, male is male or female. Which one you have to represent it? That one you have to represent it with the 1. So here first record you have to represent it as female equal to 1, and education graduation is represented as first record is represented the graduation, that you have to represent it as 1. Remaining other education equal to college 0, and high school is also 0. So privacy is as, so that you have to represent it as 1, and no represented as 0. So like this way you have to represent the symmetric binary attributes. Okay, that is simply you can say that you can represent it with that internet survey data of binarizing categorical with the symmetric binary attribute. Here we have the several issues to consider whenever you have to applying the association analysis to the binarized data. First one is the some attribute values may not be frequent enough to part of the frequent pattern. This problem more evident of the nominal attributes that have the many possible values, like state names, lowering the support threshold, do not threshold do not help you because it is exponentially increase the number of frequent patterns found, and makes the computation more expensive. These all generally we have to represent it. So for example, you have to consider the each state name and replace with the corresponding geographical region, like such as Midwest and a specific Northwest, Southwest, East Coast. So ఎక్కడైతే మనం for example I want to you have to represent the states. All states you have to represent it with the geographical regions. That time you have the problem. So another possibility of to aggregate the less frequent attributes values, it is single category called others. So here what are the states? For example, I want to represent the data, like some attributes may possible values. Many of their attribute values are very low support. A potential solution for the aggregate for the low support attribute values. I want to show this in pie chart. Pie chart for the major category called others. So I want to represent at the states. You have the Ohio, Illinois, Michigan, Florida, Minnesota, Texas, Oregon, Massachusetts, California, New York, Virginia. So these are the states we have to represent it here. This is the problem while we have to replacing the corresponding geographical region. And the second one is the some attributes. Some attributes we have to represent it as while whenever you're handling the so I want to how to handling this categorized attributes. Some attribute values have may considerably high frequencies than others. For example, suppose 85% of the people of survey participants own in a home computer. By creating a binary item for each attribute values that appears frequently in data, we may potentially generate the many redundant patterns. For example, you have to say computer at home. So most of the people they have computers. That is the S. Shopping online, S. Privacy concern, S. So this rule is redundant because it is subsumed by the more general rule given at the beginning of this section. Because high frequency items are correspond to the high typical values of an attribute, they seldom carry any new information that can help us to better understand the pattern. It may therefore be useful to remove such items before applying the standard association analysis algorithm. So this is regarding to this techniques represented as wide range of support values. This is a while you have to handling this association analysis for the binary data. These are the issues we have to represent. And one more issue is the width of the every transaction is the same as the number of attributes in the original data. The computation time may increase the expression, especially when many of the newly created items become frequent. For example, you have to consider one way to reduce the computation time to avoid the generating candidate item sets that contain the more than one item from the same attribute. Example, to generate the candidate item sets like state X and Y, we have to represent it because support count of the item set is 0. So let example see here that is I want to show how to this is how to handling the categorical attributes. Distribution of attribute values from high to and a computational complexity. This is the these are the ways of handling the computer categorical attributes. In the categorical attributes, mainly we have to represent the distribution of attribute values can highly skewed. Example, 85% of survey participants own the computer at home. Just now you have to discuss. Most of the records have the computer at home, yes, and the computation become expensive, more frequent item sets involving the binary item. Computer at home as potential solution for this one. Discard the highly frequent items and use the alternative measure for the H confidence. So here computational facility for that one, binarizing the data increases the number of items. మనం ఎప్పుడైతే categorizing డేటాని బైనరైజింగ్ డేటాగా కన్వర్ట్ చేస్తామో దట్ ఇస్ సింప్లీ automatically data will be increases. For example, gender you have to represent it as one column only you have to represent it. Either male or female you have to represent it in that table. But whenever you have to that data categorizing data like you have to convert it into binarizing, automatically you have this gender column, you have to convert it into two columns. One is the male and the second one is the female. If the male is there, so we have to represent it as 1. Female is 0. If the female is represented, male is 0 and female you have to represent it as 1. So here 2 columns we have to represent it, whereas the three values are there, so 3 columns. 4 columns you have 4. So like automatically the data, the computation facility will be increases. That is the binarizing the data increase the number of items, but the width of the transactions remaining the same as the number of original attributes. Produce more frequent item sets, but maximum size of the frequent item sets is limited to the number of original attributes. That is simply call it as computational facility. This is regarding to that how to handling the continuous how to handling the categorical attributes. Now we have to discuss with that handling of continuous attributes. So generally here you have to use the whenever you have to discussing with the association analysis with the advanced concept, mainly you have to use the 2 attributes. One is the categorical attributes, second one is the continuous attributes. So categorical attributes you have to convert it into the binarizing also. So here you have to represent it as continuous attributes. So in the continuous attributes, you have to represent it as different methods are used in continuous attributes, discretization method and static based discretization based and static based non-discretization method. That is like a minimum a priori method we have to use it here. This is the 3 types of methods you have to use in this handling the continuous attributes. So wait for 2 minutes. So discretization method, generally here association rules that contain the continuous attributes are commonly known as quantitative association rules. So mainly it describes the various methodologies to applying the association analysis to continuous data. Here, three types of methods you have to use. One is the discretization based methods, and the second one is the statistics based methods, and third one is the non-discretization based methods. The quantitative association rules deriving using these methods are quite different in nature. First one is the discretization based method. Discretization based methods is the most common approach for handling the continuous attributes. This approach the adjacent values of continuous attributes into the finite number of intervals. Example, A's attribute can be derived divided into the following intervals. A's belongs to 12, 16. So I want to show that table in continuous attributes. Different kinds of rules you have to produce. A's is the 12 and 30. So this is the simple example I have to consider. 12 and 30 are number of hours online. How many hours of online is 10, 20. Chart online, if yes. Age is, you have to representation of various kinds of rules you have to represent. Age is 21 to 30, 51 to 30. COVID positive S, or you have to represent it as full disk recovery. So you have to represent the different types of rules you want to produce here, that is handling the continuous attributes. See here, I want to show discretization for that data. And discretization based methods. Gender is the female and age is 26 and annual income 90K and number of hours spent online per week, that is the 20. Number of email accounts are 4. Privacy concern is. So you have to representation of the discretization based method, and male or this is the binary conversions, binarizing male or female. Age is less than 13, and you have to age also generally you have to represent the numbers. So less than 13 and in between the belongs to 13 to 21 and 21 to 30. We have to represent privacy concerned yes or no. This is the binarizing. This is the actual data. The actual data we have to convert it into binarizing in discretization based method. Okay, that is the supervising, supervised discretizing and unsupervised. So here, this is the regarding to that discretization based method. The next one is the unsupervised and supervised discretization, equal with binning and as well as equal with depth binning also you can perform. So equal width binning means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8, 9. So equal binning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3, 3, 3, 3. So equal depth binning. So that is concerned. That is the 3, and equal depth binning is you have to represent it as 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is the 5, and 8, 9 is the another bit depth. This is the equal depth binning. Cluster based, that is the third one. This in the discretization based method, you have to represent it the supervised and unsupervised. The continuous attributes, if yes or no. So that we have to discuss. So this is the interval width of the people. You have to represent the age in between the 10 to 15, 20, 56 to 41, 42, 48. So representation of data, interval too width and too narrow. the bin size is 30. In some cases we have to represent it as bin width is 2. That is the discretization issues. All possible intervals. So in next class we will discuss in depth of these discretization based methods. Okay, that is while you have to handling the continuous attributes. So in the continuous attributes, mainly you have the used the 3 methods, discretization based methods and statistic based methods and non-discretization methods. Okay, thank you. We'll continue in next class.